It was the most talented group of kids that I'd found in the 5 years of going out and looking for Mouseketeers with Britney and Justin and Christina.
I do remember when Britney Spears came in because she looked a lot like Jessica. I looked at her and I looked at my husband and I was like, whoa.
And then another girl walked into the theater. I heard her talk and she was Southern like me. I heard an, "Oh my goodness," come out of her, and I knew she had to be a Baptist choir girl too. She had these big, beautiful eyes, brown like mine. We had such a similar look. Nobody else in the competition had looked like me. And here was this last minute, "Hi, Britney," said Matt, the casting director. "Hello, sir," she said, and he laughed. My mom got the lowdown from another parent. Britney Spears had first tried out when she was 8, and Matt had said that she was too young, but hooked her up with an agent. She had missed the camp because she was appearing in a play in New York, off-Broadway. All I knew is that I seemed like less of a shoo-in than I had 10 minutes before.
I did not make the Mickey Mouse Club. I auditioned for it when I was 12 years old. I made it all the way to the finals with Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and on the last day, I forgot every song. It was really hard on me.
When I sang "I Will Always Love You" at Jive, they were direct with me. "We just signed a girl who's just like you and sang that same song. This girl, Britney Spears." "Oh, I know her," I said, my stomach flipping. "Small world," he said. "Yeah," I said, defeated all over again. Then at RCA, I got the same story, as if the girl had just been in the same boardroom and ink was still drying on the contract. It had started when Britney was first out of the gate, with her "Baby One More Time" single hitting in October. She premiered the video on MTV on Thanksgiving Day, and my job had gotten a lot harder.
In the process of all of this, there's these other 2 girls that are starting to come out.
We knew that, there was a girl named Britney coming out.
And we flip on MTV and we see this cute little girl with these great big brown eyes. That girl looks really familiar. Oh my gosh, that's the girl from the Mickey Mouse Club.
It was just difficult to watch these other girls have success when, she was waiting for that.
Here we are again, and it's Britney and Christina.
The 2 people that beat her in the Mickey Mouse Club, and now they're gonna come out before her.
Now she's running in 3rd place, going, oh great. She's getting really anxious, like, when it's my turn, when's my turn, and she still doesn't have this record finished yet.
Jive was pushing Britney Spears' album to press, which then made RCA really rush Christina Aguilera's album. I got word there was a halt on my album, and the label decided I didn't have the right songs and needed more Britney-type songs.
When I was 12 years old, I went to the finalists for the Mickey Mouse Club, along with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake and JC and a lot of the people who are out now. I went to the finals with them, and we hung out for a week, and we worked on our stuff together. And then when we went for the final audition, I totally froze because I watched everybody perform, and when I got up there to do it, I froze, and so I didn't make it. I walked in and I sang "Amazing Grace" a cappella, and Justin had already won Star Search, and Britney had been on off-Broadway stuff, and I was just a little minister's kid walking in singing "Amazing Grace." It was really intimidating.
So what's it like to be with NSYNC and Britney? And
Very intimidating.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you get nervous? This is my first TV thing, and
Oh my goodness.
and nobody knows who I am.
Melanie C. and Jessica Simpson.
Why I'm coming out with a ballad is to set me apart. Britney's very successful and she's very good at what she does, so in some ways I take that as a compliment. My single, "I Wanna Love You Forever," it gives me a chance to just sing, and I think when people listen to that song, they automatically respect me as a singer, and that's really what we want to establish. So I think that the comparisons, we both have long blonde hair and we're young, but I think that that's where it stops.
A lot of young female singers have arrived to USA and all over the world, like, Jessica Simpson, Mandy Moore, Christina Aguilera and stuff. So, of course, you have a certain style, but what's the difference between you and all those girls?
I think that there's room for all of us out there, and I think it's kind of cool, the whole girl power thing, and that we're so young and teenagers our age are digging us. It's very, very cool. But I think the difference in me is maybe my own sound. I have my own sound and my own type of sound in my album and my own type of singing and style. And that's another thing with Oops, I Did It Again, that I'm really, laying the ground. This is my territory. This is the kind of music that I sing.
How do you consider yourself different from other female pop artists like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears?
To be compared to those girls is like, it really is a compliment to me because they are so successful. My album might not have debuted at #1 because I wasn't dancing around and, to have a huge dance video and I'm not showing my stomach.
I'm really looking forward to seeing on Music Mania Jessica Simpson. She has the most amazing voice. I love her voice. Her and probably NSYNC because they dance a lot and they always put on a wonderful show. So definitely those two.
An award show.
Britney was up against fellow teen queens Christina Aguilera, Mandy Moore, and Jessica Simpson for Choice Female Artist.
I'm all about pleasing my fans, and the fans are the ones who do vote for the winners or even vote for the nominations. And it's a huge honor to know that, I'm in a category with Britney and Christina, and people look at me like that.
Here are your final 4 nominees for Choice Female Artist.
Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, Jessica Simpson. Britney Spears.
And the Choice Female Artist is Britney Spears.
Jessica struggles in the shadow of Britney.
She, definitely saw the success of Britney. She just wanted to be as successful.
She was feeling a lot of pressure from a lot of different people.
I had been signed for my voice, but I had to now contort myself into this mold of a dancer. My answer was, whatever you want. I just wanted to have my song on the radio, or a journalist would point out that Britney and Christina seemed to be struggling with fame. And I would just take that bait and say I thought Britney was the nicest girl, but maybe Christina didn't need to have her security clear an entire hallway of staff and talent just so she could walk through it alone. But it was only the numbers that mattered to Columbia and Sony, and I didn't know how I could have done more to sell that album. Britney sold almost twice as much her first week, I reminded my dad. But you're a better singer, baby, he said. Then why won't God let me have that success, I asked. I don't understand what he wants from me. I had to look like somebody the boys wanted to be with. In a word, hotter. In July, we started to work on my next album, and Tommy wanted to go all in on making me a combo of Britney and Mariah. He said he would be even more involved this time, and I needed to be doing more dance pop over the ballads I loved.
Well, it's weird, trying to date after people know who you are, I really feel bad for people like Britney Spears and everything that she's going through right now, because how does she go out and date? Everybody knows everything about her.
Every move she makes is reported on.
So I think that's what's been great about Nick and I, is that we knew each other before everything happened.
So what are your favorite shows on television?
My favorite shows on television, Sex and the City, definitely. Friends, of course. And I like these reality shows on MTV now. I think it's very humorous to watch the new Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey show.
Well, we did find one really good lookalike. Now, you'll see it. You can see it down there. I've got it on the computer. Now, I think that's pretty good. Particularly the laughing ones. Do you think?
Oh my gosh.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
That is good.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good.
Wow.
And was Britney performing, getting some dollars?
That looks like Jessica Simpson a little bit.
Well, it's not you, and it's not Jessica Simpson. It's Richard.
Oh my God. Everybody, teenagers, he makes them look intelligent by comparison. He's a man who goes out of his way to help the less fortunate, especially young, attractive women who would do anything for concert tickets or a backstage pass. To me,
oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know?
You sing like you're pooping out a dictionary sideways.
Thank you for your honesty. I respect that.
I had this question the other day. I asked a really stupid question.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish? I know it's tuna, but it says chicken. By the sea.
And I know that people are asking like silly questions, like for the Jessica Simpson thing, how she asked silly questions. But if nobody ever told you in your whole life, how are you supposed to know? Like my brother, he's like, well, you didn't know this, and he'll pick on me. I'm like, well, I'm too busy selling 50 million records.
Hello.
Okay.
That's just uncalled for. It's not even sexy. Close your... Look at that guy. Ew! You just see his nuts. Nick, are you watching this? Oh my god.
No.
That outfit is horrible.
Who is this fat ass?
There were like boys with their wee-wees.
With their wee-wees?
Well, yeah. They're just like guys like this. Gross. So gross.
Did she do the
Masturbation
song in the bathtub.
Oh, no.
She's probably saying,
You're both as bad as each other. I can't even get a sentence out. You guys finish my sentence for me.
More mature sound.
I'm not doing any of the choreographed dance moves because that was never really me. That was just what was hot then, you know? And now it's great because the music industry is really in a place where it's about talent. And it's a breath of fresh air for me because I actually get to show off what I can do.
For Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson when they told me Mrs. and Mr. Federline weren't exactly their choice for taking over Newlyweds. But they sure would watch should Britt and Kev do reality TV.
I think one of the best career moves for Britney was to wear that schoolgirl uniform because it caused so much hype.
Baby One More Time is without a doubt the mother superior of all schoolgirl videos.
I didn't even know Britney was auditioning. I didn't want to know who was auditioning. I wanted to be Daisy Duke, and I wanted to prove that, and I didn't want to be intimidated by all the other people.
What I wanted more than anything as a little girl was to be a member of the Mickey Mouse Club. When I finally got the chance to audition for the show, I completely froze. As painful as it was watching the other kids like Justin and Britney go on to fame, I learned a lot from that experience and can honestly say that I have put it all behind me now. But since I'm here doing my very own special, I thought, why not go back in time and live out my Mickey Mouse Club fantasy? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about in your ears, Musketeers! Booyah! Because it's my fantasy and I can do whatever I want. It's gonna get dirty! Calm down, y'all. We're Musketeers. Besides, Jessica's just trying to compensate for her repressed feelings of rejection.
You're just a kid. What do you know?
Look, Jessica, I know it wasn't easy getting the shaft, but the truth is, you never needed the Mickey Mouse Club.
I didn't?
Well, it would have made things a lot easier. It did for us. What really matters is forgiving yourself for blowing the chance of a lifetime.
Word.
Let me ask you if there was a turning point. It seemed for a while you lived a charmed life. You were that blonde little girl that everyone loved, the squeaky clean image, even if every once in a while you kind of sexed it up a little bit and caught people by surprise. And everybody said great things about you. They wanted you to be a role model for their daughter. And then all of a sudden it seemed that the press turned. And they decided that maybe you were someone they wanted to take some shots at.
They like to have the person they pick on. I feel like I'm a target, and I feel like other girls are, at a certain point in everyone's career, they'll get it.
But when did it happen in your career? Can you look back? Was there an event? Was there something, you know, that you did, you think, that brought it on?
Usually breakups in personal lives, it starts to happen. Look at Jessica Simpson, for instance. They were being so rude to her right now. So her split up with Nick. It's like this whole thing.
No, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for our last presenter of the night.
The mother of all presenters, Britney Spears.
In the whole, like,
young pop culture thing. Like, I literally thought that I was signed for my voice. They were trying to make me different than Britney and Christina, and because they were doing the crop tops and the dancing and that whole thing. And because I was not comfortable with doing that, and I just wanted to sing, you know, and it was successful. But then they started pushing the crop tops and dancing on me because it's a record label and they wanted to sell albums. But there was no way I was going to be able to sell as many albums as Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera. I like at the time I'm like, wait, I have to be #1, so I have to sell that many albums? We were selling albums out of our trunk.
You auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club.
I did.
And this is something I never realized. I assumed you obviously would have gotten right into that with, you know, Britney and Justin and whatever, but you did not get into the Mickey Mouse Club.
I didn't, but I did go to the finals, but they said that I needed like acting lessons. It was the most devastating thing I could have gone through.
So did you have a relationship then with the other Mouseketeers?
Throughout life, we all found our way back to each other in ways. We were in the same circuit.
20 years ago, right, the year 2000, you, Britney, Christina, you guys were at the top of the TRL charts.
We were.
And now you are here talking about $1 billion business. Are you kind of surprised where each of your careers have taken you?
No, I think everybody's careers have their own unique stories, you know, and I love it that Britney owns herself, Christina owns herself, and they don't let the world control them. They just are themselves, and that's who I am as well. And we grew up in a very competitive environment when it came to like our record labels and being pushed to do things that were unnecessary for success. And to know that, you know, everybody has found their own way in such a beautiful, like, inspiring way. Like, I just love it that everybody has remained authentically to who they are.
Well, in the book, you kind of talk about that, right? And there is enough room at the top for everybody.
There's so much room at the top. I mean, think about how many people are in heaven. Come on. There's a lot of room at the top, and I am happy to share any top slot with anybody.
But I couldn't help but think about you when I was watching that Framing Britney Spears documentary. I know that you and Britney and Christina Aguilera all auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club, and I thought that documentary in so many ways could have been about you or Christina. When you talk about the scrutiny from the public and the abuse, honestly, from the media and these fresh eyes of young women today in 2021, and they look at how y'all were treated, and they really have come back hard to ask everyone, you know, what were we thinking? Have you seen the Britney documentary?
No, it's one of those things that if I were to watch it, like reliving that for me, it's like one of those like triggers, you know, it definitely gives me anxiety, and I lived it. I know Britney, and I know what she went through, and it's so hard because it's so many people's opinions on you just trying to live your life as a normal human being, because inside we're really just, you know, we are normal, you know, we might have a big platform, but you can only take stuff for so long. You can only, you know, allow people in and attacking you until you have to really, you know, put your guard up.
Your